Right, this is part 3 of the capital ship build. Just a little tour on what I've done so far. So we're currently above Aqua, our home planet, and over here is the beginning of my ship. You can see there is it's the landing bay. We'll get a bit closer in a moment. It's the landing bay. These two arms are going to be engines and perhaps living quarters. Haven't decided yet. This at the front is the cockpit at the moment. Going to be some scanning things on the front and I don't know, decoration or whatever. Just a little look about what we've got underneath it. It's going to look a little bit like the ship from Battlestar Galactica, but with my own imagining. So that's what we're looking at so far. If we just go dock, we can have a quick wander around on the inside, see what it looks like. Those are landing lights to make it a bit easier for docking. How are we doing? Okay. Goes up a little bit, straighten up, and down we go. And I'm liking it tells you that you've docked now, which is cool. Okay, let's get out. I've got my jetpack on at the moment, but we do have gravity, so I'll turn my jetpack off. This is going to be the hangar. Obviously it's not finished yet, and it's quite huge because of my large ship, Jupiter 1. So if we go up the elevator, then we come to here, and we're now going to the door. And now if we go straight ahead, we'll go into the cockpit, which is still very much a work in progress, and I don't know whether that's even going to be the final product, but that's the beginning of that. Over here we've got a couple of generators and fuel tanks, and here I've got my gravity generator, and I've got some oxygen. So that's really basic here. Now if we go over to this side, go down the left, we've got an area here that's going to be filled with, I don't know, perhaps, I don't know. But I've got my constructor over here, so I can make things that I need to make. I might just move those over while I'm here. Yep. So that's my constructor, and got a few windows, although it's not going to have much of a view because that's all going to be covered soon, you'll see in a moment. Some slightly different windows, so there could be any number of things in there. Over this side I've got a little room that will have, I don't know, maybe the captain's quarters. Captain's quarters? I don't know. Captain's quarters should be on the top, get the best view. Okay, this lift takes you up to here, this crossroads here, which takes you out to what will eventually be the massive engines. So the engines are going to be engines, possibly weapons, I don't know, on one side. Maybe on the top I might have, say, living quarters, and on the one on the other side it might be something else, I don't know. This is my first capital ship build, so I've got no idea what I'm doing. I only know of the things that I need to have. Some windows up there just for the heck of it, and that's the other one. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm pretty happy so far for the first build. I want to have some cool things on top. So I don't know what. And I want these to be, these are going to be long, wide, massive, and they're going to be attached probably somewhere down here. So that it's going to be very stable. And then I'll start thinking about engines and things, because it's going to have to take an absolute huge amount of power to be able to fly this thing around in space. But then it's more of an intergalactic thing or whatever, rather than just casual jaunts around the place. So yeah, that's the build so far. We'll keep going. This is part 3. Don't need to, don't want to bore you with all of the. See, I don't like that. That looks a bit stick. I will probably change a lot of this. This is just the kind of like the skeleton, I guess, at this stage, the skeleton of the ship. So we'll see how we go over time. But yeah, that's it so far. Okay, I've just made a few extra modifications. This is what it looks like from the view, the cockpit view. I've put a gun turret on the bottom. I've put a scanning dish, which doesn't actually do anything yet, but once the game is finished it will. A couple of thrusters on there. I've put an antenna on the front, which also doesn't do anything yet, but it will do in time. I've enclosed the cockpit in glass. I've made a door to the outside because sometimes you're going to need to enter from the outside. I've got some more thrusters there. Actually, power's on. Hey, look at that. Hey, we're moving very, 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 very slowly. But that's okay, because that's early days yet. Okay, so this is what we look like on the inside of the ship. This is the cockpit. Don't think I can take my helmet off yet. No, I can't. Okay, so we won't do that again. Yep, so no, I can't take my helmet off yet. You never know, it's worth a try. Okay, so this is the core, this is the cockpit, and we walk through here, and we come to these bits and bobs, and these bits and bobs, and if we go up here now, what I've done is we have, oops, now I've got a door to the outside, so I can get in from the outside. There's no use building a ship where I can't actually get in and out. What's the point of that? Now I'm just going to go and check my turret underneath. There it is. I'm not sure whether it's automatic one or whether you can. Aha, yeah, you can. So you can enter the turret, but of course everything's upside down. It is also automatic, so it will fire automatically on any enemy that gets too close, which is cool. But it's also, I don't want to shoot on him, but it means you can also get in it. So I might actually have to make a door so I can get into it without having to jump in my... Because I'm actually... it's kind of a bit weird. I'm actually upside down. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I'm upside down at the moment. That's the right way up, but it means I can't control it properly. So I will probably mount some more of those somewhere else, because that's not terribly useful for me. Look at that, I'm upside down. Yeah, that's going to be really hard to actually manage. It's going to be fun like this. Oh, I so want to shoot that guy over there. That is an enemy base, and they are riddled with cannons and plasma guns, and there are dudes flying around, and it's a mish, and I really want to attack him. Oh, it's only a Gatling gun, would never reach, but I kind of want to get really close with my big ship and just like hammer him. But we're not ready yet. This is going to be a while before the ship is ready. So that's that. That's pretty cool, except it's not actually terribly useful. I'm just going to have to leave it to fire automatically, which is fine. And then I'll mount another one somewhere that's more easily accessible, so I can jump in it when I need to. And this thing just looks cool. It doesn't actually do anything yet, but it will do eventually, I think. Well, at the moment, it says not. It says something about when you look at it, when you build it and you make it, it says something about not. What does it say? It's not working yet or something. So that kind of implies that it will be working, and it's just not working yet. So there we go. A few little extra bits on the ship. I'm flying my jetpack at the moment. The new cockpit looks pretty good. That looks, like kind of cool, kind of like that. I like the way the windows are sort of all working. There are a few bits that not very good yet. I'm not sure about this antenna here, but it looks alright. So I'm going to mount weapons all around the side. So on the top up here, I'm going to build a whole extra thing up here on top. These two nacelles, these two engine things are going to be huge, and it's just going to look awesome when it's finished. It's just going to be a while. It's used so many blocks so far to even get to this point. So yeah, it's going to be huge, but I'm kind of... Oh, that's the other thing. I've actually put inside now, I've put, if we go down here, and I go down here, so I've got my constructor, that's cool, but I've got a food processor, which cooks and makes a whole range of different foods if you've got the ingredients, and I've got a fridge, so I can actually put my food and things into the fridge, otherwise it will spoil, go rotten. And I've got a storage container. Actually, I'm going to put some things in the storage container now, like that minigun turret. The other one, I'm not sure where to put that yet. I don't know, I'll think of something. But yeah, so we're getting there. It's going to be awesome. It's just going to be awesome. So yeah, there we go. Just a little update in the video.